Hello, everybody. Thank you for spending this time with me. The Hierophant in reverse. Three of Wands. Queen of Wands. High Priestess. Okay. Quick check to make sure everything's on camera before we start. Not really. Until now, I'm not that great at positioning cards, but that's okay. It's part of the experience. There's something missing in your life. Now, to me, these two are very powerful women, right? Two very powerful female energies. You may not be female, you may identify as something else, but I'm telling you that there's strong feminine energy in this reading. So these three cards refer to you. Well, all of them refer to you, but anyway, you are a strong, confident person. You know who you are. And with the Three of Wands, as you go through your adventures, because it feels like you're out there in the world and you're doing things, right? This gives me like girl boss energy, although you're not necessarily a girl, but it's like that initiative, that fire is very much present, right? Wands energy. And you listen to your intuition. That's a big part of why people know you as someone who's decisive. Like you automatically know what you want to do and how you're going to do it, right? Very confident, very self-assured. And yet, I started off this reading by saying that there's something missing in your life. And that's where the Hierophant in reverse comes in. So, my question to you is, where does your intuition come from? And I guess the bigger question is, where do ideas in general come from? Right? Like, I'm not sure if you're an artist, but certainly, or whether you consider yourself an artist. But you are a creative person, because if you think about creative, that means you're creating things. Absolutely. You are creating this life for yourself. You're creating opportunities. I feel like maybe you employ people, or if you're in business, it's like you're creating opportunities for your business partners, because you're finding these new avenues for you to do work together, for you to collaborate. So you are a creator, right? But you have to ask yourself, when that light bulb goes off in your head, when there's this ping of an idea in your head, where does it come from? Right? And so the Hierophant in reverse, because if it were upright, the Hierophant is talking about like the bridge between the spiritual and the mundane, the divine and this physical world. So it's like God, okay? God or spirit or source or the universe, whatever it is that you believe is out there that's bigger than us. Although when I say out there, that's also not accurate, because I truly believe that God is within each one of us. If God created us out of nothing, right? There was nothing at first. So what did he make everything out of if he was the only thing that existed? Himself. We are all a part of God. We are all a creation of God. And because of that, there is God within us. Now, some people, they say, oh, I am God. We are God. I mean, yes, because we're part of God, but I don't mean that to think that I personally created everything. No, I don't know. You're thinking that, like, how can I create everything? No, no, no. But I do feel that that connection between me, a piece of creation, and the rest of creation exists. And that the totality of that creation is also God. God is the creator and creation. Anyway, for anybody who's watching this and thinking this is totally out there, it's totally cool, it's okay, you don't have to watch this reading, but I think somebody might benefit from this, okay? Maybe this is the first time that they've ever heard of concepts like this and it might be helpful for them, right? You don't have to believe the same things I do, it's totally okay, but this might get the ball rolling and help you to find your own way of understanding or connecting with something bigger, you know? And I was thinking about this as the reading started. Um, if you guys ever watched my super early videos, I used to do something like tutorials, sort of, about the meaning of each card and the symbolism within the whatever is depicted in the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. I've since stopped because I feel like there are other creators that do a better job of explaining than I do. And I'm like, okay, I'll leave it to them. It's fine. And most of the time, anyway, when I make videos like that, the main message is don't worry if the meaning that pops in your head is not exactly the same as what the card should mean, because at the end of the day, you should trust your intuition. So that's how I phrased it when I was doing those tutorials. But if I were to do those tutorials now, what I would say is that the first thing you should do if you're trying to read the tarot is to figure out who are you speaking to. Let me say that again. If you're into tarot, or if you want to start reading the tarot for yourself, which I highly recommend. I mean, like I said, I started this channel because tarot helped me a lot, personally. So if you're interested in reading the tarot for yourself, the first question you have to ask is, who do you think you're talking to? Right? Because the cards are telling me a story, right? And the more that I do tarot, the easier it is for the story to kind of unfold in my mind. Like when I do these readings, I have a very clear picture of the person I'm talking to. The interesting thing is, I kind of have a slice of your life. Like I feel like I know what you're going through on a day-to-day basis, but I don't know your face, right? I don't know those kind of personal details, but like the spirit of who you are, like the essence of you, I feel like I get to see a little bit of that when I do the readings. And so if you're doing tarot and you have that experience, again, you have to ask yourself, like, who are you talking to? Where do you get the information? Do you feel like you just get it from yourself? Like, are the cards just randomly being drawn from a pile and then you're just coming up with your own interpretation? Is it simply just you? Only you? Or are you being like a bridge, a channel between your audience, whoever's watching you, listening to you, and something else, right? So for me, I always felt like it was God, right? I've only gotten like one hate comment ever on TikTok, and it was this person saying, "Oh, just believe in Jesus and don't do tarot." And I think I responded with something like, "I pray before each tarot reading, so be blessed." So for me, it's I know who I'm talking to. So for you though, your form of creation is not, or your form of connecting is not tarot. It's through your ideas, it's through your entrepreneurship, it's through you building things, like building businesses, building business opportunities, building connections with other people. But I think you've reached a point where you're wondering, like, is this just coming from me? Like, how do I know, like, instantly that this is the thing to do? This and not this. That this is a good idea and not this. Like, where does this flow of energy and ideas come from? And you've reached that point where you're asking those questions, and here it is. You don't really have a connection right now with the source of the things you're asking about. It's like you don't know it, but it's like you're seeking out something. You're seeking out spirituality, or you're seeking out, like I said, connection with the divine. And when I say spirituality, like some people might think it's new age spirituality, like a lot of psychedelics, like other people do it or whatever, or you have to take a trip to the top of a mountain and do stuff like that. No, I mean, believe me, I'm not the type to climb a mountain. I'm not the type to take anything. I'm even off caffeine at this point. I stopped any form of caffeine, I think a week and a half ago, or almost close to 2 weeks, which is a big deal for me. I used to be a 5 coffee cup kind of drinker, like 5 big cups of coffee. I could drink 2 Starbucks, like venti. Yeah, venti size. I could drink 2 of those in a day. It's not good. So now I'm completely off caffeine. So you can practice your own form of spirituality. If it means being religious and going to church, that's fine. You know, some people might say, oh, that's not it, and religion is blah, crap, whatever. If that's what appeals to you, then do it. I think we're all trying to find a way to connect with that spiritual aspect of us, and we're doing it through different ways. If you do it through tarot, then that's good. If you do it through prayer, if you do it through your dreams, if you do it through meditation, whatever it is, okay? But I do feel like you're kind of looking for that aspect of yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna draw an oracle card. Oh, purification. Yes. It's like all the other, I think it's very significant that you have the rain falling. It's like all the other parts of you are being washed away, and don't be scared, right? I think this is happening because you are successful. So when you were in that hustle mode, right? When you were trying to reach this level of success, when you were hungry, like literally, like you didn't have enough money to eat, or maybe your living conditions weren't that great, you were trying to raise money, you know what I mean? You were worried about what was going to happen to you tomorrow and the day after that. There's no way for you to think about spiritual stuff because you were still in survival mode, and that's perfectly normal. That's perfectly okay. But right now you kind of are in that time in your life where you have reached a level of success, and you're thinking, what now? Is this it? What's next? What's the point? What am I gonna do now? And so, you know, it's like the other parts of your life become maybe slightly less important because you are You know how like sunflowers, they're called that way, not just because of their physical appearance, but because they turn towards the sun, right? Like as the sun goes through its transit in the sky, the sunflowers change directions to face the sun. And that's kind of you. You're looking for the sun. You're the sunflower and you're trying to reorient yourself, trying to change your focus towards the spiritual aspect of your life right now. Like I said before, it wasn't possible to do that because you were still trying to survive. But now that you're secure. If you think about the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? You already have the basic needs down. What is the next part? Oh my God, I used to teach this and I forgot. Oh, well, whatever. So you got the bottom part, the basic needs of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs down, and then you're moving up and you're moving up. So yeah, the other needs start to become less important. I'm gonna draw another one for you, okay? Fulfillment. We were talking about the sun before, and now we're looking at the moon. Yeah. It's for me, okay? This one, it's like you're looking for the sun even when it's raining. So you know how, with few exceptions, right? When it's raining, you don't actually see where the sun is. But even if the sun is covered by rain clouds, you know it's out there and you're looking for it. And that's you. You're the sunflower trying to look for the sun, trying to orient yourself towards the sun, even if you don't see it. And then this card, there's a moon. So to me, it just means that you're looking at something beyond, like something heavenly. Not necessarily like a heavenly body, the moon, but you know what I mean? Like you're looking beyond what's in your immediate surroundings or what's in your physical existence. You're looking for something bigger, right? And then the word itself, fulfillment. Because you have reached that level of, material success, you are trying to think of like, well, is this really what makes me happy? Okay. Again, letting you know it's hand sanitizer time. I touched something and yes, I'm being reminded. Yes, wash your hands, clean your hands before you touch again. Okay, 1 second. Letting my hands air dry before I touch. Okay, they're dry enough. Okay. So, fulfillment. Yeah. You're like, this is good and all, but I need more. I need more. And that's why you're trying to establish that spiritual connection. And so before we end this reading, I just want to again stress, you can connect with God in whichever way calls to you, right? There's no one right way. That's hilarious. I'm just letting you know. My dog looked at his reflection in the mirror and I started kind of challenging it to a fight. Honey, that's also you. Oh, yeah. Are you okay? Yeah. 1 second, please. Too many distractions, so it's a sign we should kind of wrap it up. But yes, there's no one right way to do it. This might be controversial, right? But like, yeah, there's no one religion that's like above all others, or at least not in my understanding, right? I believe it's all the same being, you know? comes with different names. Um, if you're thinking about like polytheistic religions, well, it's trying to express the fact that God has many different facets, many different aspects. And so those different facets and different aspects can look different or behave differently. But in the end, it's all just going back to one. We are all one, right? I am you and you are me. Yeah. We're all God. Or we all have God inside us, right? I'm not a megalomaniac. I don't believe I did this all myself or something like that. No. Hmm. Yeah. So in a sense, our reading for now, I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I hope you have a great day.
Bye.